Hey, pasa mi gente, welcome to another video. My name is Pedro Millán. If this is the first time you're watching any video from my channel, I literally own 2 social media marketing agencies that make multiple 6 figures every single year. I have more than 68 million views since I started with all of my clients, including myself. I have more than 100 appointments booked for their businesses, and I have a Grammy that we actually won in 2025 this past year. Shout out to Zakai Curtis. And I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just want you to make better content so that way you can make money online. Anyway, in this video, you saw the title, you saw the thumbnail. Streamers are the new YouTubers. I don't care what anybody says. Literally, the Streamer Awards passed, and I was just thinking about making a video on this in general. And I can't help but come to the realization that if you're trying to make money online with content in 2026, and you're still thinking about upload a video, hope it pops, and you're basically already behind. Because in this video, I'm going to break down why streamers are killing it right now, what they figured out, and how you can steal their playbook so even you don't have to stream, okay? And basically use it for your advantage. Anyway, so the first thing is I want to frame this premise. Why does this still matter, right? I want you to acknowledge the timing more so than anything else. Like, yeah, the Streamer Awards, like they're over, like Kai Cenat, awesome, like, iShowSpeed, fantastic, but they're just the headline for something bigger, right? So like, in the old era, like back in the Casey Neistat days, like back in the early 2000s, going into 2010, 2015, now Mr. Beast, right? The kings of YouTube would just upload once a week. They would get ad money and immediately get brand deals. Fantastic. The new era of YouTube, or the new era of content creators, is that there are streamers, and that equates to developing relationship machines, like going on live every single day, making videos every single day, clips everywhere, every day, insane watch time every day. And I want you to understand, if your goal is to make money online with content, like UGC, like user-generated content, making offers, developing an agency, whatever, it really doesn't matter. You need to start thinking like a streamer, okay? Not a random uploader, okay? So the first point that I want to make in this video is that streamers don't post. They just basically show up, okay? So streamers treat content like a schedule. Like, I'm on live at X time every single day, and then they have a show which has segments, bits, and recurring jokes and whatnot. So I want you to understand the comparisons that most creators or content creators still treat their content like homework. I'll be mad honest. So it's like once a week when they feel inspired, etc., etc., etc. They basically teach, or I'm basically trying to teach you, that consistency is essentially an identity, right? Where you're live at the same time every single day. You don't stop being a video personality. Like, I mean, like literally you're just there on a consistent basis, and you start becoming part of someone's routine, right? So the takeaway here is more so that even if you don't stream, you have to pick one home platform, you have to pick a time block, and you have to show up on a show, not just a random reel, right? Because it's to your benefit, right? More people watching your stream, more people literally giving you engagement. More engagement you have, more possibilities for a lot of ways to make money online, right? Now, point number 2, streamers are understanding the concept of depth, not just reach, right? So like, streamers win because some people watch them for hours. I'll be mad honest. Like, literally people will go like a whole 10-hour stream at work, at school, at driving home from work, like literally at the gym, etc., etc., etc. And they chat. They literally go into the literally in the chat. It's like, put a W in the chat, guys. And like, they have inside jokes. They have parasocial bonds. They have super fans, etc., etc., etc. So what does this mean? Monetization, right? Because they have donations, they have memberships, they have live sponsorships, they have merch, they have events, greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes. I'm literally going to be using that reference every single video, I swear to God. And a lot of you, I'll be honest, are obsessed with going viral on Shorts or TikTok. But a 6-second view isn't the same as 60 minutes with you. Bars, right? I just be giving you guys bars like up the wazoo. Anyway, the takeaway is essentially you got to start building longer form touch points, meaning YouTube videos, live Q&As, workshops, Zoom calls, masterminds. It doesn't matter. On top of that, you would develop community spaces like Discord, emails, like email lists, Telegrams, school. It literally doesn't matter. If you want revenue, at least consistency, you need depth, not just impressions. It's like, what is tied to the impressions that you get on a consistent basis? How long are they staying? And how much are they worth? more so than anything else. Then point 3, streamers think in clips, okay, not one-off bangers. And the reason why I say this is because this is the streamer workflow from what I've seen, right? It's like go live, they have hours of raw content, their team chops it up into TikToks, Reels, Shorts, memes, doesn't matter. And the contrast is most creators are doing the opposite. They kill themselves over a 30-second short, edit, post it once, and then they basically stare at their analytics like it's white on rice. You know what I'm saying? So my thing that I literally preach every single time when I'm on one of these videos on my YouTube channel is the rule of one. And essentially the streamers are basically operating under this mindset. So one niche, one main channel, your home platform, one main problem you solve, one content bank, one batching system, one planner to repost, okay? You don't necessarily need more ideas. You need one recording session that basically turns into 10 to 20 pieces of content, just like any of the short form of content agencies that are basically running right now, like Ryan McGinn or Adley Kinsman, right? And point number 4, streamers monetize attention like businesses, not like artists. Streamers often have sponsors baked into their stream. They often have merch drops. They often have Patreon. They often have school communities. They often have side brands like energy drinks, SaaS programs, trainings, masterminds, literally everything under the sun. This is where most creators lose. They think the goal is a viral video. Literally, take it from me that I've helped myself and my clients go viral multiple times when I was basically doing a short form organic content agency within the past 2 years. Streamers know the real goal is a system that turns attention into money, not money turning into attention, if that makes sense, or not glorifying attention without somewhere it can go, if that makes sense. So, for example, let's say if you're trying to develop an agency, right? You're using your content as proof that you understand attention, or develop a portfolio for brands that they can basically use you in the future, right? Or personal brands, like you would have your offers, you'd use your content to push strategy calls, digital products, done for you services, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? It's the same way with streamers. They basically do that all day long. They have literally all these opportunities, these programs, affiliate programs, merch, and all this stuff literally tied to their content. It's not literally an afterthought, right? So if anything, you might want to tie it to your niche at the end of the day. So that way you could actually start making money as soon as possible with the stuff that you create online, especially if it's literally one of the best distribution channels that you can get on as soon as possible. Now, point 5, you don't have to stream like a streamer. I'll be honest. I want you to essentially think about making as much content as possible without having to be on camera 24/7. So if you don't want to stream, you could basically film talking head rant videos and have a session of just basically doing that. This is what I call yap videos, which I learned from Ryan McGinn, where you can make literally more than 100 videos in one day of filming, which is absolutely amazing. And from there, every single 10 to 15 videos, you switch the set, you switch your outfit, you switch the place in which you're filming, right? So, because at the end of the day, those are organic pieces of content that you could use on a consistent basis, short form wise. Same thing with long form pieces of content, where in the sense if you're making a talking head video like this, then essentially you would have to be able to make a bunch of videos in every single day. So it works better and more effectively for short form organic content. However, you could also do it for long form organic content. But the amount of videos in order to make 100 videos in just like a couple days, in equivalent to short form content, which you could basically make 100 pieces of content in one day, is dependent on you, right? And how many videos you're willing to make, right? So I would essentially think about that. On top of that, you could also use these sessions as fake streams, right? Like you could literally get with a videographer and film all day, not necessarily putting it onto a live stream, right? But you can chop that footage into clips of stuff, literally stuff that you're doing, or maybe even turn into a vlog, or maybe turn into a session of vlogs. It really doesn't matter. You just have to figure out your format of batching out as much content as possible. The next thing is that I want you to start thinking about creating a one recurring show. So for example, for like a person like me that makes content in order to teach people how to make money online with content, it'd be like roasting bad content strategies, or fixing your offer in 10 minutes, or content audits from my audience, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Essentially the same structure, just new episodes, and it's using the same streamer logic, because then people have something to show up for, right? The next thing is one ad like add one deeper touch point, which is essentially like a weekly live Q&A on YouTube or IG, or like a monthly workshop or a Zoom for your audience or a webinar. I don't know how you want to do this, but it's essentially attaching the content to your connection with your audience overall immediately in any of the ways that I provided. So that way you can actually develop a relationship parasocially as soon as possible, even though you're not on camera on a consistent basis. And the last one is essentially attach a money path. So if anything, this literally is around your call to actions. However, you could literally sprinkle it in between all the content that you do. You see that I basically talk about the community and the coaching program and the course. I can't even say that. In all of my videos, because I do think it's valuable. However, maybe people just might be coming here for like a couple minutes in order to basically learn something new about making money online with content. But that's okay. I literally have my call to action for all the people that go all the way through, so that way you can actually see all the stuff that I have to offer you. Okay, so it can be literally comment, whatever, a keyword automation on short form content, or literally in your description in YouTube. It doesn't matter, as long as you're attaching something where you can make money off platform, so that way you can start making money in real life, right? And that's the main thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is kind of an interesting video that I have been seeing not a lot of people do, but one that I wanted to make mainly because of all the streamers that are just popping up the wazoo. I've been actually thinking about getting into streaming too, especially when I'm at home, right? Let me know if I should. Otherwise, make sure to like and comment and subscribe, because I literally put videos out like this teaching you how to basically make content online and make money from that, so you can change your life forever. Otherwise, if you want to learn how to make a social media marketing agency, basically helping other businesses using social media to basically give them more traffic, give them more business, etc., and make a six-figure income in less than 90 days, less than 3 months, then please click the first link in description. Otherwise, if you're still watching and you happen to love this video so much, don't stop watching now. YouTube literally recommended a video that you can literally watch around on the screen, and I would really appreciate it if you want to go watch that. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Peace.